Hey guys, it's Sydney Wong here with VenturX. Has anybody ever asked you this one thing? Well, why didn't you ask? Well, this is the thing. The art of the ask is really more of an art. When you are in startup and you don't ask either for things or you don't share things about things that you just need, you miss a lot of opportunities on the way, and your only advantage is really speed. So the faster you can get to the next step of your business, the more advantages you have and the more opportunities you have. And sometimes that's really your only variable to success, is how quickly you can move. How fast can I get that next customer? How fast can I get to that next investment? Etc., etc. So a lot of opportunities tend to be missed. Wayne Gretzky had a great quote saying, "You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take." And so a lot of people tend to not really be comfortable with the art of the ask. Today we're going to talk about what exactly that means, what the fears and reservations generally are for startups, especially first-time startups, and how to craft it in a way that is very productive and mutually beneficial for both sides. So, what is the art of the ask? You not only need to say things that you actually need, but you also need to then share things that you would actually really be going through. So, for example, when I ask startups, which I do all the time, how is your business going? The one thing that always tends to happen is they say, things are great. Well, if that's true, you're not really in a startup. So things are not always great all the time. If anything, you have some things that are great and you have many things that you really, really need. So a great way to actually kind of overcome and really bring a brighter, more full, well-rounded picture of where things are at are, well, things are great, we are doing this really well, however, we would like more of this, or we're looking for this right now, whether that would be investment, whether that would be looking for the next contract, or looking for, I don't know, a new lawyer to help you with your business, so certain things like that. And so what draws people back from actually asking for things? So if they always feel like they're asking for things, that's the first one, is the fear of bothering someone. You are bothering someone when you're asking for things. And that has always been really a mannerism type of thing. And the other thing really is that you want to show your strength and not your vulnerability. So that is a fear of more self-consciousness. And that can also be overcome, but more with practice and more confidence that you have. The longer you are doing your business, the more confident you will be and the more comfortable you will be when it comes to actually showing your vulnerability, showing the reality of things, and really seeing the big picture of where your business is going. The next is being blinded. So what does that mean? You have a blind spot when you think that everything is great, this is my plan, I don't want anybody's suggestions, and that could be good, but it also could be really, really bad because you don't know where your vulnerabilities are, you don't know what other people's suggestions are because you didn't really open up yourself or your mind to more creative and possibly helpful suggestions and resources. You could be missing out on different opportunities if you're not asking for different perspectives. So those are the three biggest fears usually. The fear of other people, what they would think to bother them, the fear of yourself and your self-consciousness, and the fact that you are going to be in this blind spot kind of bubble. So those are the three biggest fears. How we can craft the art are in these couple ways. First of all, you want to have something that's mutually beneficial. So before you go in to either ask for a favor or to share your well-rounded kind of where I'm at and this is kind of what we need, without really asking, is to make sure that it's mutually beneficial. How you do that is, for example, one of the things that we did was we recently did a UX test design, which takes people time to do. It takes them maybe 20, 30 minutes each time. And what we ended up doing was I also asked, what it is that you're working on. Thank you so much for your time, but I want to know what you're working on. And when he explained that he was actually organizing an event here in Montreal, I knew right away that that's something that I could help with because I have a platform of people who love going to events. It's called Internations. It's a group of international entrepreneurs who I lead to go to different entrepreneurship or startup events every single month, and I do have to post one at least once a month. So it's my pleasure to help promote his different events that would be very beneficial and educational to the entrepreneurs in our group. So helping bring that kind of publicity was something that was really helpful to him. And we did. We filled up all of his spots for that particular event, and that was great. So making sure that you are open to returning a benefit to the other person that you asked for something from. So I asked for a UX test, I gave them publicity for something else. And I was really glad that that worked out really well. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you want to make sure that when you're crafting it, you're not really expecting anything in return necessarily. So if I'm sharing with you, you know, our startup is growing really fast. We just hired 2 new team members, but now we're at the funding stage, so we're looking for angel investors. You're not really expecting them to just have a list of people they want to introduce you to, but it's really great if you do. However, if I didn't share my vulnerability, if I didn't share what we were looking for in any way, there's no way they would know. And perhaps there is somebody that they would know, or somebody that they could give me advice, or somebody that could give me resources, any kind of thing. And they would never know if I didn't really get to share that. So make sure that you understand the tone that you're using when you're sharing just how things are going, not necessarily expecting anything in return. So that's the next thing. People do feel the energy that you're giving out. So make sure you're giving out an energy that is more neutral, and it doesn't really put them in a spot that's kind of uncomfortable. You want to always make sure that the conversation is mutually comfortable, because you don't know where the relationship is going to go in the long run. And the last thing is to want to be aware of your situation and want to be open-minded. So again, this has a lot to do with your tone, your body language, and the way that you network with people. So the more you are building out these kinds of relationships throughout the course of your business and throughout the course of your life, you're going to be more comfortable with the art of the ask. And so just keep practicing, and the practice will eventually be perfected so much that your art of the ask isn't going to feel like you have to ask someone for something, or you have to make somebody feel uncomfortable in any way, or that it's putting you in a kind of a blinded spot, but that you are open-minded, you're always willing to grow, and you're going to be able to uncover all of these doors and all of these opportunities from sources that you never thought were there before. Thank you, and good luck, guys.